Hi class, welcome to week 3 of HIT 260. I am going to just record a short video here to show you how to find the DRGs in our 3M coder. Week 3 is where we will first start, where you will first be starting to code for patients. You can see them here in the coding practicum. You've got these multiple modules. You're going to have a handful of patients each week, starting week 3 and going all the way through week 8. Again, we're looking at my screen. My screen might look a little bit different than yours, but I wanted to show you just show you how to go through these and where to, again, to find those DRGs. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, module 3, and I'm going to click on this, so apologize if it goes kind of slow. And I'm not going to go into EHR Go, but you'll click on Module 3, and it's going to give you the links to each one of those EHR Go patient medical records. So you have first patient, Amberg, Virginia Amberg, Eric Anderson, Jennifer Apple, Holly Hobby, and Michael McKeever. So you're going to go to EHR Go and get into the medical records for each one of those patients. Don't do them all at the same time. Let me scroll down again. Okay, so let's go ahead and say you did the first one for Amberg. Then you're going to want to go into patient 1 in module 3. I'm going to just preview this really quickly. And here you go. So it says this activity is worth 20 points, 5 answers in total. You are going to need to review Virginia Amberg's medical record in EHR Go. You're going to assign 1 principal ICD-10-CM diagnosis code, 4 secondary ICD-10-CM diagnosis codes, and then 1 MS-DRG. So at this point, you should know, right, how to get those diagnosis codes. But sometimes I think it's kind of hard to find the DRGs, so I wanted to make sure that it's just clear for you guys on how to find this. So if I click continue really quickly just to show you.
Please.
I'm not going to pause right here.
The requested information for Virginia Amber.
Right, and that's all our narrator tells us. Our narrator, tells us. Go ahead and enter her codes. So again, you're going to need to review that medical record and enter each of these codes in the respective blanks here and fill in the blank. What you're also going to want to do is make sure you write those down because you are going to need those codes to enter them into 3M to get the DRG assignment. So, excuse me, once you've got all of her codes coded out, you're going to want to go into 3M, and so stay in, keep this open, because at the very end, and I'll show you, submit, I'm just going to enter some, of course, wrong codes here, allergy status, submit, next, HIV, oops, okay, and then so by the time you get to the end of this, excuse me, module, right, it's going to tell you MS-DRG, fill in the blank. So what you're going to want to do is make sure you list out all of the diagnosis codes that you have assigned for this patient, and then you're going to go back, or don't go back, but go ahead and make sure you have 3M coding open. So what I've done is I've already clicked on this. Make sure you have 3M coding open. So you'll essentially have 3 things open. You'll have 3M coding, you'll have your patient module where you're entering your answers, and your EHR Go. Okay, so you've used EHR Go to identify the correct codes. You've entered them into this. Now we need to get the DRG. So you're going to want to go into 3M coding, right? I'll go ahead and open that up. We're not going to the reference here. You're going to enter just the basic characteristics of that patient. Patient is female. Let's just say, for example, patient is 42 years old. I'm going to make all of this up. And then, so here on the left-hand side, the product is Code Finder. I don't want to see Code Finder. I want to go to my DRG Finder, click Continue. You will have to identify the patient disposition. In this case, how was she discharged? Patient discharge disposition. I'm just going to say she was discharged to home, self-care, and I click that. And then I'm just going to make some stuff up here so that I can come up with, show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to say, let's say hypertension, highlight hypertension, click OK. This is a really good program, and it's going to give you all of these instructional notes. High blood pressure, excludes 1, excludes 2, use additional code to identify exposure, any tobacco smoke or use of smoke, excludes codes. So you can make sure you go through this as you're assigning those codes to make sure that you have assigned the codes correctly. So it's probably a good idea to go do this first before you actually enter your codes into the module. So click OK. Let's say I'm going to add one more diagnosis. I'm going to add some sort of cardiac something. Let's just say she's got silent myocardial ischemia. Click OK. Again, there's your notes. I'm going to give her one more. Well, let's stop right there. As you start to add these diagnoses, notice that what's going on, right? You have DRG and MDC information, APC information, her admit diagnosis, principal diagnosis, right? It's kind of, it's automatically assigning all of this information. But as you add more diagnoses and this information changes, your DRG populates up here at the top of the screen, and it is going to change as you change the information that you're entering, as you add additional codes. So let's see if I can, let's give her some hypercholesterolemia. See if that does anything. Nope, nothing yet. Let's see if I'm not sure. We could play around with this all day long. But I did want to show you again, adding those diagnoses will impact her DRG up here, and this is where ultimately you get that DRG from, and you're going to enter that here, right? So let's say we've identified you've added all your codes. DRG is 303. I'm going to put 303 there and click submit, right? And that's going to be your final DRG assignment that will be graded. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. I did want to just show you kind of how that works. I think it's easy to get lost to a certain extent when it comes to 3M Coder. It's also kind of fun to play around. If you go back to the home page, oh look, I didn't assign any POA. We're just going to say no. Yes, okay. Okay, let's just say she had that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to go to the next patient. Click OK, next patient. And then you can kind of have fun in this if you go into Code Finder. Oops. You can go into the code book here. You can go, if you click on Add Procedure, you can go into the PCS code book here and just enter, right? So obstetrics, let's say it's obstetrics. Extraction, products of conception, right, and build those codes. So it's kind of interesting to look around when you have a lot of time, or not. But again, that's how you find the DRGs. Hopefully this is helpful. If you need anything as you start to code for these patients, please reach out to me via email if you have any problems whatsoever, especially in terms of access to EHR Go or any kind of access issues for 3M. I don't have access to open or change any access for students, so you would have to contact IT if you have any problems with the functioning of those modules or EHR Go or 3M. But again, please let me know and let me know if I can help. Hopefully this is helpful, and have a great week 3 and happy coding.